I don't think she or her designer grasped the idea of what the theme was. The Capitol had better clothes than they did. I'm like, at least they went
Yeah.
like all out. Our real life version is like not as extravagant. Like if you're gonna be like the top 1% of society, you might as well like go all out with whatever you're doing and don't skimp out on it. Like give us something.
I think the Met Gala should be canceled. I think it's bullshit. I think it's just an opulence thrown in the face of poverty.
Hi, and welcome to our podcast, Between Us. I'm Emma, and I'm here with my beautiful mother, Amy. And today we are discussing the Met Gala and celebrity worship and blocking celebrities and that whole thing, because that is pretty relevant. And I think it's something that'll be really interesting to talk about. So, yeah, I guess we can just dive right into it. Somersault.
Yeah. You know what's great? We're both wearing floral.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
was it Sleeping Beauty was the theme of the Met Gala slash Gardens of Time or
mm-hmm.
Garden of Time?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't
Yeah.
even try that. Look at us go. We are off to a great
I know, right?
start.
We are so in. Yeah. So, you know, I don't watch anything that has to do with the Met Gala for
Wait, so you don't even look at like clips that you see?
if they come up on my FYP, I don't know. I don't give a
Really,
crap.
mom?
I don't, you know
I
what,
don't
because
care.
it's art. It's art. It's supposed to be like costume design and art and stuff, but it ends up becoming more about the celebrity and not about the work that the actual designer puts into it.
Yeah.
It's all about look at what so and so is wearing instead of look at what this designer has made,
Ooh.
you know?
That just reminds me. Did you see that clip of J-Lo walking up the steps and this interviewer was like,
What are you wearing tonight? Hello, my love.
it's very much like you're beneath me vibes.
Oh my gosh. See, that's exactly what I'm saying.
That's what yeah. And I know
Mhm.
obviously there are celebrities like I don't know, Emma Chamberlain, and maybe it's because she came from YouTube, but she's very humble, outgoing, like nice, will talk to anybody type of person. And yeah, there are definitely like good celebrities out there, but then there's the ones that just like think they're like above everyone else. And it's
Well,
like,
so from what I know, Anna Winter, who is if you've overwatched Devil Wears Prada, which I know you have,
yeah, that's
that's who
her.
it's based off of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
who it's supposed to
hmm
be.
So she puts in, the guest list, and then they have to pay. It's like $75,000 or whatever. So the movie stars or the actors or the celebrities don't actually pay for that. Other people pay
Yeah.
for it because they want it's
It's the
marketing for them.
designers, yeah, that sponsor the celebrities.
When I went and researched a little bit, I think I actually read the short story by J.G. Ballard. And then I read that short story and I also looked at a few um, costumes
Mm-hmm.
that some of the celebrities wear. And you mentioned Emma Chamberlain, and she seemed to be the most on point with the story. And if you haven't read it, exactly the aftermath of the Met Gala that we're experiencing, and you can see on TikTok, etc.,
Mm-hmm.
is what the story's about, which is like
I know. I
crazy.
feel like, especially the past couple years, people like compare the Met Gala to the Capitol, and I'm just like wearing all these fancy costumes,
In Hunger
Hunger Games, and
Games.
then us, we're all District 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were saying,
I was going to say for Emma Chamberlain, her costume was basically decay, which was exactly what the book is about or the short story is about.
do you, because I haven't done my research. I'm just here as a spectator. I don't. So, what do you know what the story was about, or like a little tiny summary that you could give
Yeah.
me, but also anybody listening that doesn't know?
It's literally only like 5.5 PDF pages. It's not very long because it is a
Oh,
short
okay.
story. It's a story about this husband and wife who live on this estate, and they have these flowers and in their garden. And there is a mob advancing on them, when you first read the story, it sounds like it's, an army or something coming at them. But their house is and their estate is in a phase of decay. And in order for them to pause the advancement of these people and to pause the decay on the house,
Mhm.
they have to pluck these flowers. And that will hold it off for like 3 days or so. But the flowers are not regenerating. So there's a limited amount of flowers. And as the story progresses, less and less time, like, is provided when they pluck a flower. And then it finally gets to the point that the mob is on their doorstep. And when the last flower is plucked, the mob finally gets there. And when the mob gets to the estate, it's in complete decay. And the husband and his wife are now statues.
Oh my gosh. That's so sad.
And it's basically they try to keep the have-nots away from them. This is our state. This is, our beauty. This is our music. This is our art. This is our books. And everything is encased in glass. And
Mm,
these flowers are like crystal flowers.
yeah.
And it's a story basically of the haves and the have-nots. By the time the have-nots have gotten to the estate, it's in ruins. So it's kind of prophetic,
Mm-hmm.
not pathetic, but prophetic
Mm-hmm.
in the sense of the way things are right now. I think with especially people your age, Gen Zs and millennials are struggling. Gen Zs and millennials are struggling. And, yet you see the opulence coming out of these celebrities and the celebrity worship that has gone on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly think, like you said, it kind of relates to what we're going through a little bit today. I mean, but just like the economy wise, and that everything is just so overpriced that it feels like the economy is just like dying. And it's going back to the whole like Met Gala, Hunger Games kind of metaphor. It just goes to show that like we can't even afford groceries, and here are celebrities. And no, it's not really celebrities. I guess it's whoever is, hosting and being a part of the Met Gala, because the celebrities are just invited, but they're not really helping the situation. They're
Mhm.
able to throw this huge, like crazy expensive gala, but then there are just like all of us out here that can't afford to eat or live. And I'm not saying like, I'm sure, you work hard for your money, but at the same time, people that are billionaires, celebrities that are billionaires, that's like an ungodly amount of money. And people at this point are just so fed up. That's why a lot of Gen Z, not the only reason, but why a lot of Gen Z are blocking celebrities, because how are celebrities going to get like all these brand deals and try to like influence people to buy stuff if all their followers are blocking them? I don't know if it was Kim Kardashian, but somebody lost like 3 million followers in like a couple days, which is crazy because of everyone blocking her. So, yeah, I think everyone's just done with like celebrity worship. I mean, even like the whole like Taylor Swift, Taylor Nation, all of her followers, I feel like they much idolize her and put her up on this like pedestal and worship her. And it's just like, why? She's just a person.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? We're all just people. Why are we like obsessing over these celebrities? I don't get it.
No, I don't get it either. That's why I think, when you spoke about Taylor, I think one of the issues I have with that is the cost of her tickets. Just the cost of tickets to see her show, her Eras tour,
Mm-hmm.
was obscene. And I'm like, you could have experienced that, just watching or listening to her music. Like, what is the point of this?
Yeah.
And it's all the hype. And like you said, celebrity worship is insane now because it's people who want that but will never have it, so they try to embody this.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor will never give a crap who you are. Like in a crowd of 40,000 people, she will not like unless somebody has set this up, she will not acknowledge you or you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
you're you're not going to be able to be gosh, identified. She may say thank you in a general corporate way.
Yeah.
Overall, thank you so much. Oh, I appreciate you. I love you, while you pocket your money and you fly on your private jet and you go do whatever you do.
Mm-hmm.
What bothers me about the Met Gala is the cost for one person to go is double the average salary of an American family, yearly salary.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. Like, where is that money going? Who's pocketing that money? You're not donating it. You're
No,
not,
exactly.
feeding the homeless.
It'd
Yep.
be different if it was like a philanthropic organization where they donate all this money and proceeds to charities and stuff. But I mean, maybe they do, but there's nothing. I don't know. I feel like they don't because they would. I feel like they would advertise that, and it would make people
Hmm.
more happy to watch it and appreciate it. But yeah, it's frustrating. I forget what I was gonna say.
So,
Oh, you were talking about
about
Taylor Swift.
Taylor,
There are, even though like will say I'm not a Swiftie. I just think her music is bland white people food with no seasoning. That's the equivalent to what Taylor Swift sounds like to me. I'm sorry if that offends you, but there are a lot of people that like Taylor Swift, and I like music other people don't like, so it is what it is. It's just your opinion. But I will say, did you hear when she gave her staff like insane bonuses? I don't know if it was like hundreds of thousands of dollars, but it was like a lot of
it
money.
was the
Okay.
drivers. Yeah, but it's a drop in the bucket for her.
Yeah, I know.
But I know it was like the bus drivers. That's a drop in the bucket.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, oh, look at how great I am. I gave $100,000 or $200,000 to these people. I'm like, you're a billionaire. Yeah. So,
I was gonna say, did you see? This is a little off topic, but kind of on topic. Did you see Kim Kardashian's dress?
okay, now I have to Google it because I didn't.
Okay.
Hold on a minute.
Cause I
What do you have to say about it? Because I'm looking at it right now.
I don't think she or her designer grasped the idea of what the theme was. Okay, first of all, you have, I will say, arguably a gorgeous dress. She's snatched. Can't breathe though. Couldn't walk up the stairs on her own because of how like corseted she was in there. I don't really have an issue with the dress other than like how does that relate to the theme? Um Her argument is the fact that she woke up in a field of flowers like after a crazy wild romantic night. And then she has her boyfriend's sweater while she's like walking away the morning after, something like that. And I'm like, did you not? I didn't read the story, but I also didn't go to the Met Gala. But did you not read the
I'm
story?
looking at it right now. It's
Also, that sweater just looks like a.
you think the designer should have read the story.
Yeah. I'm surprised that she would let that fly, whether it was her designer's choice or hers with her Met Gala outfit, because she
Hmm.
helped create a line of incredible clothes for Dolce and Gabbana
Yeah.
like over a year ago or something, whenever that was. So I'm like, I know she's great with her Skims line, like she's great with fashion, but I'm like, your dress did not hit how you thought it was going to, and that sweater was just like a throwaway
No,
item.
no.
Would have looked way better without it. Like honestly, the way she was like holding it over her boob looked like I thought she had like a nip slip or like some malfunction in her outfit because she was holding it like this the entire time. So like it was perfectly covered, and I was like, ooh, did she have like an outfit malfunction? And I was like, no, that was just the way it was supposed to be, and it looked terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, what are your thoughts? Did you look at the.
Yeah, I thought it was chainmail. I thought it was totally not on point. So I did a little research and I did see that Anna Wintour actually apologized because people didn't understand her vision. The Sleeping
Mm,
Beauty slash Oh Gardens of Time. Well, what Sleeping Beauty meant was haute couture dresses that are very old. They do not hang them on mannequins. They lay them down in glass boxes like caskets.
oh, wow.
So maybe that's what she meant. So that you can view them and everything, because the pressure of hanging them on a mannequin would cause the seams to rip, etc.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're using Gardens of Time by J.J. Ballard as the theme as well, then obviously it's opulence at the expense of beauty to separate yourself from the common people. That's pretty much what I get from that short story.
Yeah.
So it's literally the capital versus everyone else.
That's so sad too. The Capitol had better clothes than they did. I'm like, at least
Yeah.
they went like all out. Like, you know what I mean? Our real life version is like not as extravagant. Like, if you're gonna, I don't know, be like the top like 1% of society, might as well like go all out with whatever you're doing and don't skimp out on it. Like, give us something.
To me, it's like they just didn't care. And the designers made whatever they wanted. There were very few that actually probably read the short story or got the drift of this.
Yeah.
And the celebrities are there because they're hyping themselves up. Look at how great I am. I mean, the
Mm-hmm.
fact that Zendaya,
Yeah, I was gonna say Zendaya. Did you see her two
she had
look?
two dresses, and they're both not right.
At least, I mean, her looks were cool though.
They were good, but I'm so sick of this whole pouty, angry,
Yeah,
angry
I
face.
know. She could have given
Yeah.
us some more life in that face. I mean, she is like basically a
Hmm.
model. She can give it. I mean, I can kind of see though with the short story because at first she has like this really lively, like vibrant, flowery look. And then her second look is like this dark
Hmm.
look, like almost the flowers died sort of situation, at least from what I think. And like that's kind of like with the short story.
Okay.
So I feel like maybe a little bit it's more there than other looks, but it looks a little peacocky a little
Yeah.
bit, the first one.
So, so let's talk about the ramifications, though. You say people, are trying to boycott the celebrity worship,
Mm-hmm.
and they're trying to block the celebrities on whatever social media.
Right.
Do you think that's really going to matter, honestly?
I think if enough people do it, it could matter, but if it's only going to be like a couple million people, maybe not. I feel like if we're going to do this, it has to be like a lot of people have to do it to make any impact, especially on the really,
Hmm.
really famous celebrities that have hundreds of millions of followers.
Yeah.
I will say, I think it's making somewhat of an impact because at least on TikTok, it's like all over my TikTok page. And part of the reason why the government is trying to get TikTok banned is because they don't like widespread information like that and don't want people to be able to communicate their opinions and other people to actually agree with them. So, for example, this one influencer that gets invited to the Met Gala, I don't know if it was just this year, but her name's Haley Bailey. She got invited to the Met Gala essentially just to interview some celebrities. She's been at other like red carpets and stuff. And she's mainly just an influencer, but she wore this like really extravagant outfit, like very Met Gala-y. And I don't really know what kind of situation she got herself in, but she posted this apology video in the corner of her New York City apartment with like a ladder behind her, makes it look very tiny and small, basically saying, I am just like you guys. I did not actually get invited to the Met Gala. Like, I'm just an influencer, blah, blah, blah. And then people are stitching her apology video and being like, she did this on purpose. Like, she's literally picked a part in her apartment that looks like she's just like you guys. But then it like cuts to like her entire $17,000 she pays $17,000 a month for rent in her New York City apartment, and it's this huge, ginormous, gorgeous apartment. And you can tell that like she got help from like a crisis. I don't know if it's a crisis lawyer or something to help figure out how to, almost like rebrand her situation. Like, no, I'm just like you guys. I'm not a celebrity.
So actually, I did see that and I did research that a little bit.
Ooh, okay. Tell
So
me.
here's what I
Yeah.
know. So she did not get invited to the Met Gala, but she was invited to do the pre-walk, to interview the celebrities as they came in. So while she was preparing for that and after she got dressed and everything, she, did some bits and stuff, some shorts and cuts or whatever you call them.
Mhm.
She did those, and one of the lines she said was, "Let them eat cake." Now, if you know anything about Marie Antoinette was beheaded pretty much for saying that. And the reason that was so offensive is because this was during the French Revolution. She was told that the people are starving and they can't afford bread, or there's no bread to feed them. And so she said, well, if there's no bread, then let them eat cake. Like they would have cake instead of bread.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Haley, right? Haley Bay, whatever her name is, Haley.
Yeah, Haley Bailey. Yeah.
Anyways, when she said that, and she said that to the camera,
Mm-hmm.
that pissed so many people off. Then she does this apology, and I saw the video where she says she didn't go to the Met Gala. She went home and she changed and she sat and watched it with her friends in her little apartment, which was bull because the night of the Met Gala, she has other videos where she's like going to Met Gala after parties, going to this and that, this and that. So she lied her way through this
Mm-hmm.
whole thing and she was called out on it.
Yep. I'm glad that like you filled in the missing pieces because all I saw was her apology video, and honestly, it came up on my For You page, and I just like scrolled past it really quick because I like didn't really give a shit. But then all of a sudden, everybody was stitching it, and I did see her contradicting herself. Somebody stitched together the apology video saying, "I went home and I watched like the Met Gala, whatever,
Hmm.
from my home with my friends," and then it stitched back to going to Met Gala after parties. And it's like, which one is it?
I think the Met Gala should be canceled. I think it's bullshit. I think it's just an opulence thrown in the face of poverty.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think there should be more opportunities for regular people to attend galas of their own, like balls, because this doesn't really have to do with the Met Gala, but I saw someone talk about it, that the fact that the only time you really are able to ever like dress up in any sort of capacity, like very nice, is prom or your own wedding. You can't even dress that nice for somebody
Mhm.
else's wedding because you don't want to be over the top and outshine them. But those are like the only two things. And that's even if you go to prom or if you get married. Other than that, I'm like, I want to be able
Mhm.
to wear like a really nice fancy dress and not have to pay $75,000 to do that.
So maybe that's a thing we bring back. We bring back that Regency era. We bring back balls. We bring back,
Bridgerton without the arranged marriage.
yeah. And I know they do have Bridgerton balls, but maybe there's a way, like they used to do this all the time in England.
Yeah.
Even here in the US, they used to do it, but more so in England. I would love that. I would love that. I never went to prom, never got invited to prom, never had any of that fun stuff. I know it sucks, right?
So sad.
Um, but my wedding was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that was kind of my thing.
You had a very nice wedding. Yeah.
I did. We won't talk about that because we already talked about that a million
I
times.
know.
That's the only thing I can fall back on. But
Mm-hmm.
I love to dress up. Like even, now, at my job, I wear dresses all the time. All the time. I
Mm-hmm.
just got 3 new in the mail today. And yeah,
Cute. I love that.
this is a dress. This is a
Oh,
dress here too. So
love that color on you.
yeah, thank you. It's just, I want to feel pretty and
Mm-hmm.
I get compliments on them. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to
Yeah.
just make myself look good and feel good. And why can't we get dressed up? Why do the celebrities get to do all the fun stuff?
And I feel like the celebrities in return will be like, well, you can do that too. You guys can dress up. And it's like, it's not the same. We don't have somebody planning an event for us that we can
No,
go to. Like all of us regular middle class and below people.
middle class isn't even what it is anymore. Like, it's crazy what middle class is.
Yeah.
$200,000 a year or less is middle class now.
I,
Mm-hmm.
what? I used to think that was like the top 1%. Like growing up, like that was like a whole bunch of money. But now it's like you can live comfortably with that. you know?
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say this kind of like circles back to what we were talking about with the Met Gala and people not understanding themes. The one thing that really pisses me off is that besides maybe Lil Nas X, he like his, whoever designs his costumes, whatever, does a pretty good job. He's more obviously flamboyant, so his costumes look better. But all the other guys are just wearing like tuxes and they look so boring. I'm like, you could do so much more with men's outfits, and like
Mm-hmm.
it's just like such a snooze fest. Like if I were a man and I'd be going to the Met Gala, I'd be wanting to like, I don't know, just have a really cool outfit, especially like for this theme. You could have done so much like fantasy type stuff with
Mm-hmm.
your suits, and I don't know. I was really disappointed. Like the only one that I actually like kind of liked was, I don't, how do you say, is it Barry Keoghan? Is that his name?
I don't know.
I haven't seen the movie, but he's from Saltburn. But look up his, and his is like a Mad Hatter
Okay.
type vibe, and that's the only like guy's outfit that I saw that I was like, okay, I kind of like it. At least it's different and it's something else, you know.
Oh yeah, I loved his. Yeah.
His was cool. I mean, he looks a little Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, like Willy Wonka, but it's
Mm-hmm.
better than looking like super boring and basic and like everyone else.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna see how you pronounce his name.
Yes, please do.
Barry Cohen. 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 Cowan.
Barry
Cowan. Kowgn. Cowan.
Barry Cowan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Barry Cowan.
He's Irish.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Kyogen. 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 That's it.
Is it
Cowgen.
Kyogen?
Like Giantia.
Jesus.
Cowgen.
I'm so
Barry
sorry,
Cowgen.
Barry. Barry Allen. I'm sorry. Barry Barry Bear, I am sorry. Um this is way, way off topic. Did you see that Doctor Who premiered?
I saw it. I haven't watched it yet. Did you watch it?
I watched the first one.
What'd you think?
Or it technically really good. It's very much
Yeah?
it's very much like, she reminds me a lot of like Rose Tyler a little bit. And I mean, I'm sure you
Okay.
watched the first special that came out like months and months ago, because there's that one and then
Oh
there's
yeah.
two other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So no, I think this is going to be a great series. I'm very excited. Anyway, sorry, that was very off topic, but
No, no, that's okay. We like Shurigawa.
I'm like, I love how
Mm-hmm.
we can say Shurigawa, but we can't say Barry
Very Kyogen.
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 Kyogen. Cowgen.
Yeah.
Cowgen. Yeah.
But yeah,
It's funny that Shurigawa's in the Barbie movie. You know that, right?
you said that, and I mean, I only watched the
I know.
Barbie movie. Wait, maybe I watched it twice, but that was in theaters before I found that out. So I have to
Okay.
rewatch it and like spot him.
Yeah. Oh, you can't miss him.
He has like a line, does he?
Yeah, he's in a lot of the
The group.
Ken scenes.
Yeah, I'll have to
Hmm.
watch it.
He was even in, I didn't watch the Oscars, but he was in when they did the I'm Just Ken thing
Oh, he
on the
was?
Oscars.
Oh,
He was in there too. Yeah, so it's kind of cute.
I like him.
Yeah, so
Anyway.
let's
Should we wrap it up?
we can let's wrap it up. This might be a short one, but
Mm-hmm.
I think what we need to do is, I don't think celebrities are going to listen to people because they dictate things. They don't. They tell us what they want us to listen to. They tell us what they want us to wear. They tell us what they want us to
They
watch.
tell us who to vote for.
They don't ask us. They tell us who to vote for. They don't ask us ever. So the fact that our people are
Amen. Yeah.
boycotting,
Mm-hmm.
it means crap to them. They don't care. They're the influencers. They peddle dreams that nobody can achieve. They peddle, hopes and desires that nobody will ever get. I think celebrities sacrifice a lot for fame and fortune,
Oh, yeah.
and I just don't think we need to worship them. I don't think we need to celebrate celebrities. That's exactly what that means, is to celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never going to celebrate somebody who sacrifices whatever just for fame and fortune and money, and to sit there and throw it all in everybody else's face and then ask us to give them more money by watching their movies, by listening to their music, by buying their products.
Yeah.
Like, if you look back in the 40s and 50s, we didn't have anything like that. Even the movie stars, they were not billionaires. Some
Yeah.
maybe were millionaires and property owners and those kind of things, but the opulence and that divide is getting wider. The chasms between the have and the have nots is not ever going to be filled. It's just going to get wider and wider.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, like back in the day, like 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago, whatever, and beyond, I feel like celebrities were, they looked more like regular people. Don't get me wrong, like they were still maybe above average looking. But nowadays, it's like all the celebrities, I mean, they're the ideal body image, so they have to like obviously they're all over social media constantly like being paparazzi'd. So they're trying to look their best all the time, but they have plastic surgery, they're getting facelifts, filler, and constantly working out and like doing Ozempic and like just having this unrealistic body type and image that nobody else can achieve. So that kind of further separates us too from them, which doesn't help with the whole idolization. I mean, you can like celebrities. There's so many like actors, singers, bands that I love, but I'm not going to like obsess over them anymore just because it's not mentally it's not worth it and it's not healthy.
No, and what have they done to enrich your life? What have they done with their opulence and wealth that has enriched your life? And then what have you done that enriches their life? You buy their products, you watch their TV shows, you listen to their music.
Mhm.
You follow them on Instagram, you follow them on TikTok. You are enriching their life and they're doing zero to enrich your life. They're making you feel worthless. They're making you realize that you will never look, be, live, have any of the experiences they have.
Yeah.
And yet people keep going back to them and giving them more. And it's like, why? Why are we
Mhm.
doing this? We're wasting our time watching their stupid pablum movies and listening to their stupid generic white bread music. I cannot listen to Taylor Swift. I listen to it and it still sounds like a 13-year-old girl wrote those lyrics, except now she can use the big angry words.
She just found out what swear words were.
I'm like, oh my gosh, and I can put them in music now. It's Taylor's version.
Yeah. I mean, her voice is fine. She's just so plain to me. I'm so sorry.
It's
No.
white bread.
It's white bread.
It's white Wonder Bread. They put it in fancy packaging, but it's white bread. Give me something with a little bit of grit in it, you
Yeah,
know?
a little bit of something different. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that we agree. Sorry for everyone that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't, but it's just our opinion. Can take it or leave it. I mean, the Met Gala is very interesting to watch. I like to, criticize celebrities' outfits every year when I see those clips online, but I don't think it's really helping our society at all. Not that it's supposed to, but if everybody's like worried about, the government and all this stuff, like, why don't we take that seriously? Like, all these celebrities obviously have a political
Mm-hmm.
stance. Why don't we focus on that? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I mean, it was an interesting conversation today, and hopefully
It was.
it's still relevant by the time that I post this. But yeah, thanks for chatting with me, and thank you for listening. Do you have anything else you would like to say, Mom, or do we just cut it off?
I think, no, I don't have much to say other than, look, see, I don't have much to say, but
But
you know what? Be genuinely you. Don't be influenced by other people. Seriously, think about this. Influencers are influencing you. What are they influencing you to do? Give them more money, give them more attention. Buy their crappy stuff coming from China.
mm, mm-hmm.
You be the influencer to the people that are in your circle.
That's some good advice.
End of story.
That's some solid advice there. I like it. That is a great way to end that. All right. Well, we'll see you next week. And thank you for listening to our little rant. Okay. Bye.
Bye, friends.